Hello everyone, my name is SirSwarm and welcome back to another Bee Swarm Simulator video. In this video we're going to be probably ending this short series on learning all of the collectors with the last 5-6 collectors in the game and 7 collectors in the game. That's what I meant, definitely what I meant. But yeah, let's just hop right into it. Alright guys, so I miscounted. And there are actually way more collectors in this game than I had originally thought. So, we're not going to be doing all the rest of the collectors in this video. We're going to actually have to split up into 2 parts. But the second part will be coming out shortly after this part comes out, I think. I actually don't really know when I'm going to post that video. But yeah, there's your warning right here. The next collector on our list here is the Golden Rake, which will cost you 20 million honey. It will collect 7 pollen from 4 lines of 4 patches in 0.6 seconds. And every 5th scoop is supercharged to reach farther and collect more. So let's go ahead and equip that. I can kind of show you. It's just like a nice golden rake here. If I go into a field, you can see this is what it means. It will collect 4 pollen from each of these patches, each of these rows of patches, fairly fast. And then you can also see every 5th swing, sometimes it glitches out, every 5th swing it'll stretch out farther and gather an additional pollen from the 6 spaces in front of the 4. So it'll collect from all 10 spaces in front of you when it reaches out with its big swing. As well as that, you can just move over one space and then you can collect the other lines if you want to. So, all in all, this is a very good rake, a very good scooper for its price line. It's only 20 million honey, and this rake will serve you well. The next collector after the golden rake is the spark staff. The spark staff is terrible. Don't buy the spark staff. As you can see here, I don't even have the spark staff. The spark staff is garbage. Don't buy the spark staff. But for the purpose of this video, I will purchase the spark staff and show you what it does, just so you can see how terrible it is. First off, it costs you 60 million honey, 3 times as much as this golden rake does. And it collects all pollen from the 3 tallest flowers nearby in 0.5 seconds, and increases the pollen by 15%. So for the first time, I'm going to buy for 60 million honey. I have received spark staff. And it costs 3 times as much as the golden rake. But, yeah, I mean, it does its job if you want to, like, AFK here. I guess it's good if you want to AFK, because it'll always collect from the tallest flowers nearby. But, I mean, there are better items to AFK with, like the dipper with a sprinkler. And you can see it does take out all the flowers, and it's just not a good staff all in general. Like, yeah, it does its job, but you can get more with just the golden rake. So just use the golden rake, guys. Golden rake is better. I mean, yeah, if I put a sprinkler down here, does the sprinkler even catch up? No. The staff is just bad. And I can put like multiple sprinklers down, but then it works with every other collector, and every other collector works faster and better. So, don't buy the spark staff. Spark staff is bad. It also looks bad. Like, what is this? It's so tiny. So, picking up exactly where we left off, we have the Porcelain Dipper. It's in the top shop. It's right here in the 25 bee area. You will have to have 25 bees to be able to get here. And the Porcelain Dipper will cost you a total of 150 million honey. It'll collect you 3 pollen from 49 patches in 0.7 seconds, with an additional 50% white pollen on every white pollen it collects. As well as that, it will also summon a pillar of light that collects massive pollen every 10th scoop. So we can kind of show you what that looks like. As you can see, it collects lots of pollen from a big area, the exact same area as the regular honey dipper. I think it said 49 spaces. And then you just saw the beam of light there. So it collects a nice amount of pollen, and it'll be collecting one additional pollen from each of these 49 spaces every time you hit the flowers. But now there's an additional ability that comes with it, where it is, if you collect white pollen from like these fields, or I could go to the spider field, or the dandelion field, it'll collect 50% more pollen from any white flower that is collected from it. So this collector is just more efficient in white fields, or any field that has white flowers in it. It won't be as effective in like a mostly blue field, or an all blue field, or an all red field, but something like the spider field, it'll be extremely efficient in, because it will be collecting 50% more pollen every time you scoop. And there is that additional ability that every time you swing the thing 10 times, the scooper 10 times, it'll summon a beam of light like that. You just saw it right there. I can get it one more time if I swing 10 more times. And it'll just collect a ton of pollen from where you're standing. You see it just instantly drains all of these flowers in this base field. It won't instantly drain all the flowers in a bigger field, but it still collects a lot of pollen from the field. The next collector we have on our list, we're going slightly out of order here, so you're probably going to get this before you get like maybe the honey dipper, or the porcelain honey dipper, or the golden rake, because the scythe only costs you 3.5 million honey. The scythe collects 7 pollen from a line of 7 patches in front of you in 0.47 seconds. It collects 2 times pollen from red flowers, and every 20th swing spawns a flame. So we can equip that. It has a nice fire trail, and it works super well in red fields because it collects extra pollen from red flowers. If I swing it long enough, we'll eventually spawn that flame that I was talking about. There it is, flame, every 20th swing. And yeah, it just works good with red flowers. This is a very good red hive collector. Now, chances are, if you are buying the scythe, you don't really need a red collector, and there are better collectors for red pollen. But if you needed a quest that just needed a lot of red pollen, you could equip the red scythe, and you could get lots of red pollen, as well as get yourself some free flame heat, which will give you additional boosts to your red pollen collection. Now, for every red item in this game, there is a blue equivalent, or that's the case most of the time. And the blue equivalent of the red scythe is the bubble wand, which will cost you the exact same as the red scythe, but it collects 6 pollen from 16 patches in 0.8 seconds, and it collects 2 times pollen from blue flowers, and every 10th swing spawns a bubble somewhere on the field. So you can see it has like a nice bubble wand, and when it says 16 patches, it's not like an area around you 16 patches, it's a ring. I'd say that this collector is very inconsistent for gathering in a specific area. If you needed to gather in a specific area on the field, like a puffstream or something, the bubble wand is not your item, because it's just, it creates a ring around you, so you have to like stand on the outside. It's just annoying to work with. And now there's its ability. It just spawned a bubble in the field, and the bubble is nice. Bubbles give you lots of pollen, and it also refreshes flowers under it. And once again, just like the red scythe, the blue one is good at farming blue flowers. So if you have a quest where you need a lot of blue flowers, and you're like mid-game, maybe you got the golden rake, or you didn't get the spark staff, so maybe you have the porcelain dipper, you can switch back to the bubble wand, because the bubble wand isn't actually that bad for collecting blue flowers. Now obviously you want to switch to the specific wand that you need for your specific color of flower. So if you got a white color, if you got like a white flower quest, go equip the porcelain dipper if you can get it, because it's better at collecting white flowers. It'll collect more from white flowers. The blue one will collect more from blue, and the red will collect more from red. and so on and so forth. But that is going to have to be the end of the video. If you did like it, hit the like button, and if you have stayed around this long and you're coming back to my videos, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. It is completely free and it helps out my videos a ton. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.